What an enormous pleasure to be here with all of you. And what a privilege to hear Mustafa Barghouti in person invoking Nelson Mandela. I want to talk to you briefly about the war profiteers, those who are making the tens of billions of dollars from the conflicts in Gaza, Lebanon, Iran, the Sudan, and the DRC. Because let's understand this. It is not just the arms companies, the BAEs, the Rheinmetalls, the Leonardos, the Thaleses, and the Elbit Systems who are making the money. It's the financial institutions that own them, the BlackRocks, the State Streets, the Fidelities, the people who more and more run our countries and run our lives. But let's also remember that 40% of all corruption in the world takes place in the global arms trade. And it's not just the Netanyahus and the MBSs and the MBZs who are being paid the bribes. Those bribes come back to our countries, where our political parties, our senior officials and military leaders, and our most senior politicians benefit. Let us never forget that the war profiteer Tony Blair has made in excess of £100 million personally, from his involvement in the invasion of Iraq and with British and American arms companies. But now he is in bed with what we call the defense tech companies, the Palantirs, the Oracles, the Googles, the Amazons. And I'm just finishing a book called Making a Killing, how the West profits from slaughter in Gaza and Yemen. And investigating and researching these people, I can tell you, these are the most awful, egregious human beings I have ever come across. These are people who, like Elon Musk and Peter Thiel, grew up in apartheid South Africa. And what did they learn from it? How to be racist white supremacists. And these are the people to whom my own shameful MP, Keir Starmer, is selling off the British state. Because like him, they want our countries to become undemocratic surveillance states that are permanently at war. And what they are doing is turning our public money into private profits. We are paying for the corruption of our own political systems and democracies. And as defense budgets increase across Europe, what we are seeing is our money that should be used for the cost of living crisis, for healthcare, for education, to address the climate crisis. Instead, we see that these companies are making us poorer, more corrupt, less democratic, and most ironic of all, much less safe. But while today things feel dark and the profiteers feel all-powerful, we learned in South Africa that from the darkness emerges the light. And we know that as sure as South Africa was liberated from apartheid, with the help of tens of millions of you from around the world, so too will Palestine be free. Thank you.